there's a chance you'll be served by an ex-offender, as more are being hired.
Cutting the actual key, very easy.
Terry is one of them. He has a criminal record for drug offences. He's worked at the Cobblers and Key Cutters Timpsons for nearly 3 years, but says getting to this point wasn't easy.
I applied for probably a few hundred jobs, never get an interview. Felt like an invisible stigma in that I was suddenly not able to get the jobs I wanted to get.
Hi, Assalamualaikum and very good day. My name is Muhammad Fikri bin Jafri. My student ID is 202516439 from class BA 2733D. Today I would like to present about the current issue of social stigma against ex-convict employment. This issue has been increasingly highlighted over the past 2 years as many countries, including Malaysia, struggle with labour shortage while thousands of ex-offenders face discrimination when trying to rejoin the workforce. Today, I will explain the issue, discuss its impacts on employees, organization, society and government, both positive and negative, and propose practical solutions based on evidence and recent research. So, what is social stigma against ex-convict employment? Ex-convicts face strong social stigma and employer hesitation. Despite rehabilitation programs, limited job opportunities lead to difficulties in reintegration and loss of potential labor for industry. Facing manpower shortage. Social stigma against ex-convict employment refers to negative perception and stereotypes that employers, co-workers and society hold about individuals who have previously been incarcerated. Even though many ex-convicts receive vocational training in prison, they often struggle to find a stable employment. Employers worry about trust, safety, company reputation or customer reaction. This fear leads to hiring bias despite the growing needs for workers. This issue has become more serious in the last 2 years due to labour shortage in manufacturing, construction, F&B and service sectors, increased advocacy for second chance employment, rising discussion on rehabilitation and reintegration because talent acquisition plays a key role in ensuring fairness and productivity. It is important to address this stigma. So the first issue is employer reluctance to hire ex-convicts. Many employers still hesitate to hire ex-convicts because they assume these individuals are unreliable, dangerous or high-risk employees. This creates hiring bias and limits opportunities such as dangerous, untrustworthy, unreliable, likely to reoffend, risky for company reputation. These assumptions create hiring bias even though many ex-offenders have complete rehabilitation, counseling or vocational training programs. Employer may also fear such as customer reaction, insurance and liability issues, workplace safety concern, negative opinion from existing employee. Because of this stigma, ex-convicts often struggle to get interviews and their applications are filtered out during the background checkup. The second issue, workplace and public discrimination. Even when ex-convicts are hired, they often experience negative attitudes from colleagues and customers. Even after securing a job, ex-convicts often face discrimination from co-workers, supervisors, customers, community members. This discrimination happens due to fear, misunderstanding and stereotypes. People may assume that ex-offenders cannot be trusted or that they are dangerous. Even if they have been rehabilitated, workplace discrimination can appear through colleagues avoiding teamwork, being excluded from a certain task, for example, handling cash. Excessive monitoring, workplace bullying, or gossips, customer refusing service from ex-offenders. Public stigma also makes reintegration into society harder, affecting mental health, job satisfaction, and long-term career stability. So, what are the impacts? The first one, impact on employees, such as ex-convicts. For the negative impact, fewer job opportunities. Long-term unemployment creates financial stress. For example, an ex-offender applies to 20 factories but is rejected after background checks. Second one is mental stress and low confidence. Constant rejection leads to anxiety and depression. The third one is workplace isolation and bullying. For example, a retail employee with a past conviction is excluded from handling cash. The fourth one is low job satisfaction and higher turnover. So, the positive impact are higher motivation to upskill many ex-offenders to join vocational programs to strengthen their skill. Second one is stronger resilience, such as many ex-offenders work harder to prove themselves. And now we go to impact on organization. The negative impact is loss of potential talent. Industries facing labor shortage overlook trained ex-offenders. Higher recruitment costs. Constantly hiring new workers is expensive. The last one is toxic culture. Discrimination breaks teamwork in organization. So, the positive impact are corporate social responsibility, CSR. Organizations that hire ex-offenders gain positive branding for their company. Second one is higher loyalty. Employees who feel given a second chance tend to remain longer because they are very trustworthy in their company. Now we go to impact on society. The negative impact are higher risk of recidivism. When ex-convicts cannot find jobs, they are more likely to re-offend. Social inequality widens. Unemployment traps ex-offenders in poverty. The last one is stigma reinforced. Communities continue fearing ex-convicts. Now, the positive impact are safer communities. Employ ex-offenders show lower crime rates. The second one is growing public awareness when success stories are shared. So, the last one is impact on government. So, the negative impact is first, increased prison and welfare costs, harder to achieve labour market goals due to talent waste, lost economic productivity due to underutilized workers. The positive impact are reduce long-term spending when ex-offenders successfully reintegrate. The last one is greater support for rehabilitation policies as public awareness improve. So, what are the consequences of not addressing this issue? If social stigma continues, the consequences include higher national crime rates due to recidivism, chronic labour shortage in key industries, increased government spending on prison, weak community safety, and the last one is widening social inequality. This shows why immediate intervention is necessary. So, what are the solutions for these issues? Based on recent studies and examples from Malaysia, Singapore and the US, the first solution is employer education and awareness programs. Workshops and campaigns can help employers understand that ex-offenders can be reliable skilled workers. Singapore's Yellow Ribbon campaign is a strong example for this situation. The second solution is government incentives hiring schemes. Tax incentives, subsidies or wage support encourage companies to hire ex-convicts. For example, recent data shows a positive trend in ex-convicts employment in Malaysia, with over 4,105 individuals placed in jobs through the PEKESO career matching program between 2020 and July 2025. Key sectors hiring ex-convict include manufacturing, construction, agriculture, food services and wholesale and retail trade. The third solution is strengthening rehabilitation and skills training. Prisons should expand vocational programs such as automotive repair, farming, hospitality and digital skills. When ex-prisoners leave with certifications, it improves employability. The fourth solution is community support system. NGOs, faith-based groups and social enterprise can assist with housing, counseling and job placement. And the last solution is fair recruitment policies. Organizations can adopt second chance hiring policies such as removing unnecessary criminal history questions from early recruitment stage. So, in summary, social stigma against ex-convict employment remains a major challenge in talent acquisition. I presented two major issues. First one, employer reluctance to hire ex-convicts. The second one is discrimination in the workplace. These issues have both positive and negative impact across four sectors: employees, organizations, society and government. Addressing this issue is crucial to improving productivity, reducing crime, supporting rehabilitation, and ensuring a fair and inclusive labour market. Thank you for listening to my presentation. My name is Mak Fikri bin Jafri. Assalamualaikum and goodbye.